From Elbc good evening and welcome to Newsline. 60 minutes of the major events making news in Liberia and other parts of the world. Today is Thursday, February 19, 2026, and I'm Frederick T. representing. These are the top stories. President Joseph Boakai extends condolences to United States government over passing of civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson. Commerce Ministry shuts down 2 foreign-owned companies in Painesville for violating Liberia's investment code. Supreme Court returns corruption case against former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and 3 others to criminal court C for prosecution. And in foreign news, at least 34 civilians killed in northwestern Nigeria by suspected Islamist militants. Also coming up is an Elbc News commentary titled "The Period of Parallel Power. Tribal security bodies have no place in Liberia." These plus much more local and international news are all part of this evening's edition of Newsline. But first, Mulimeto Jabba takes the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boakai has extended condolences to the government and people of the United States following the passing of Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson. Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson was a renowned American civil rights activist, politician, and Baptist minister. In his message to U.S. President Donald Trump, the Liberian leader expressed deep sadness over the passing of Reverend Jackson. President Boakai described Reverend Jackson as a towering figure in the struggle for civil rights, social justice, and human dignity. The president noted that Reverend Jackson's long-life legacy that's advocacy for quality democratic values and the empowerment of marginalized communities resonated far beyond and inspired millions across the world, including Liberia. The release said President Boakai recounted the long-standing historic ties between Liberia and the United States and expressed Liberia's solidarity with the American people during this time of national mourning. President Joseph Boakai has launched and commissioned the refurbished laboratories at the Liberia Standards Authority. The facilities are expected to improve the standards of food, beverages, and other essential products on the Liberian market. President Boakai, speaking at the ceremony, said the facilities will boost the economy and safeguard the production of quality products across the country. The president emphasized the need for authorities at the Liberia Standards Authority to remain vigilant in ensuring the mandate of the dedicated facilities is achieved. President Boakai reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting initiatives that protect and upgrade the livelihood of all citizens. According to him, the government stands ready to collaborate with partners in the construction of not only quality but also durable facilities that meet international best practices. European Union Ambassador Lona Deprez has commended Liberia for its commitment to strengthening its food control systems. Ambassador Deprez noted that the EU will work with the Liberian government to foster a conducive business environment. The EU ambassador noted that the European body remains firm on building a robust food system that protects consumers, facilitates trade, and drives economic growth. She spoke Thursday in Monrovia at the launch and commissioning of the newly refurbished Liberia Standards Authority. Ambassador Deprez described the commissioning of the institution as timely as Liberia prepares for the Liberia EU Business Forum in Brussels. The Supreme Court of Liberia has forwarded the case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and 3 others to Criminal Court C for full litigation. This follows the court's February 12, 2026 judgment, where the petition was denied, seeking to prevent their prosecution. Samuel Twe, Yanti Twine, Moses Cooper, Stanley Ford, and Jefferson Camo have since been indicted for allegedly stealing $6 million and $1 billion Liberian dollars. The indictee's lawyer, Councilor Arthur Johnson, has since justified that said amount used by his clients borders around national security matters, and as such, they are immune from prosecution. But the Supreme Court has rejected Councillor Johnson's assertions, saying it is only the president of Liberia that enjoys the immunity under the constitutional provision and not his deputies. Meanwhile, Criminal Court C presiding Judge Usman Fieka has assigned to an orders case for Tuesday, February 26th for the reading of the Supreme Court's mandate. Tuesday's proceedings will set the stage for prosecuting lawyers to prove the claims against Tua and others beyond reasonable doubt as provided by law. Criminal Court A has announced Tuesday, February 26 as the date to rule in the Clark Hope Foundation request to quash the Asset Recovery Task Force rate of subpoena against them. Judge Roosevelt Willie notice of assignment has been communicated to both prosecution and defense lawyers, demanding them to appear in court on the date announced. The former First Lady Foundation filed a motion to the court to quash the rate of subpoena filed by Councillor Edwin Mountain, head of ARAT, to allow them produce evidence to the construction of the project. Clark Foundation questioned the subpoena on grounds that it is unconstitutional and pleaded with the court to grant them their application. But the asset recovery team maintained that the funds collected for Clark Foundation came through the Finance Ministry, contrary to reports that they raised the funds for said project. Tuesday's ruling will determine as to whether the former First Lady Foundation will surrender or documents in question or would not, consistent with law. The Inspector Division of the Commerce Ministry has shut down the Yanchin Incorporated and East International Construction Companies in Pinsville for violating Liberia's investment code. According to Inspector General Mianto Siegbatu, East International Construction Company and Yanchin Incorporated were engaging in unauthorized commercial activities. Mr. Siegbatu indicated that the company's activities are inconsistent with approved operational mandates.
Foreign company of that and get themselves involved, it means that you are taking the Nigerian out of that, and it should not be so. President being that we have started them to give reason why they are doing what they are doing, but because of that, we have come to have this shutdown until they can come about this.
He disclosed that Yanchin Incorporated, which is operating in the compound of East International Construction Company, is involved with the selling of rocks, sand, and cement blocks. Mr. Siegbatu said the selling of these materials is in violation of Liberia's Investment Code of 2010, which sets aside several businesses exclusive for Liberians. Senate Pro Tem Nomi Kanga Lawrence has pleaded with the legislature's support to the Louis Arthur Grimes School of Law. Senator Kanga Lawrence said she will lobby with the executive and the leadership of the legislature to ensure the country's premier law school is directly placed in the national budget. The Senate Pro Tem added that the Louis Arthur Grimes School of Law has been made significant in part on the justice system. As such, the school needs to be fully supported by the government. The Grand Bassa County Senator also called on the administration of the school to develop a program-based proposal and fast-track the process during the next budget year. She made the statement Thursday on the University of Liberia Capitol Hill campus when the law school dedicated a multi-purpose building named in or for honor. The Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church has announced the hosting of two major international gatherings in 2026. The resident bishop of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church, Bishop Samuel Choir, describes the church selection as a significant vote of confidence in the LAC and spiritual maturity. He stated that in September 2026, the city of Monrovia will host the Africa College of Bishops meeting, a continental assembly that brings together United Methodist active and retired bishops from across Africa. Later December this year, the LAC UMC will host a special session of the West Africa Regional Conference following approval by the Africa College of Bishops. He said the historic gathering will convene delegates from Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria, as well as representatives from the mission districts of Senegal and Cameroon. Meanwhile, Bishop Samuel Fire has appointed Jeremiah Swan as parliamentarian for the 193rd session of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church. The Foreign Ministry has clarified what it calls misinformation circulating on social media regarding the payment of salaries and benefits for personnel serving in Liberia's 30 diplomatic missions abroad. Contrary to recent reports, the ministry confirms that salary disbursements to foreign service employees are processed on a regular basis, while isolated administrative delays impacted limited number of payments between October and December 2025. The Foreign Ministry announced those issues have since been fully addressed, according to a release to ensure a lasting resolution and prevent future disruptions. The Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Finance convened a high-level joint working session on February 17, 2026. A meeting was held to trace the root cause of the bottlenecks and strengthen the payment pipeline. The review identified that Liberia's mission in Brussels experienced particular difficulty after four separate payments processed in October 2025 were returned to the Central Bank of Liberia on 3 occasions. Meanwhile, investigation has attributed the failed interactions to transmission misalignments linked to recent updated SWIFT banking protocols. In response, both ministries have agreed to revise payment proceedings, timelines, and reinforce interministerial coordination to better manage discrepancies that may arise between international banking systems. The foreign minister, in his statement, expressed gratitude to the Minister of Finance and his team for their swift and collaborative response. The ministry said their engagement reflects the government's further commitment to operational efficiency and institutional effectiveness. The Foreign Ministry reaffirms government's unwavering commitment to ensuring the timely payment of salaries and benefits for all members of the Foreign Service. The government of Liberia has described the just ended ECOWAS statutory meetings hosted in Monrovia as successful. According to heads of statutory agencies of the meeting, a significant agreement was made between the central banks of Liberia and Ghana on capacity building and exchange programs to improve economic stability. The officials also noted that the ECOWAS statutory meetings deepened regional collaboration and supervisory standards. They emphasized the importance of harmonized supervisory standards to ensure financial stability in the region. The ECOWAS officials further expressed stressed that the meeting brought a renewed mindset and the ability to learn from other countries through peer learning for mutual progress. Meanwhile, the heads of the statutory agencies at the just ended ECOWAS statutory meetings highlighted the inflow of resources into the country's economy, with Liberia leading major areas. The Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, LERC, has concluded a week-long media engagement campaign in rural Motorado, that's Liberia. The outreach was aimed at raising awareness and promoting public understanding of the newly approved Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, electricity tariffs. During the outreach, the team engaged local government officials, LEC customers, and key stakeholders across Riverside, Maikidi, Bomi, and Grand Bassa counties. The discussions focused on enlightening the residents on the recent tariff adjustments and what they mean for electricity users within LEC's licensed service areas. These engagements provided opportunities for customers to learn more about available customer service channels. They were also taught how to address concerns and complaints and the processes for seeking redress. And the European Union and Liberia Business Forum is expected to take place in Brussels, the capital of Belgium, next week. The forum is expected to bring together EU investors, entrepreneurs, and several government sectors from Liberia, among others. Information Minister Jeremy Pia disclosed the forum would open avenue for job creation, expand the economy, and sell the country's image internationally. He was speaking Thursday at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing in Monrovia. Minister Pia noted that the forum will help improve Liberia's business environment.
Bulimeta jump out with the shape of the news bulletin. Bulimeta returns later with the weather report and on the tail end of this presentation with the foreign news. This is Newsline coming to you live from Elbc Radio in Kingsville. One of our top stories, President Joseph Boakai extends condolences to the United States government over passing of civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson. Well, on Thursday, government commissioned and launched the refurbished laboratories at the Liberia Standards Authority. The dedicated facilities are expected to improve the standards of food and beverages being sold on the Liberian market through testing mechanisms. President Joseph Boakai at the ceremony underscored the importance of the facilities in boosting the economy and safeguarding the production of quality products across the country.
Today we are here to launch this, but even when we gave